let's check on our Helvin Office stapler bid war. That's
はい、
still there.
ノーグリッチアロード。続いてのタイトルは、メディーバル、蘇ったガロメアの勇者となっております。こちらもですね、解説の方はいらっしゃっておりません。よろしければですね、このゲームやったことあるよ、もしくは、なんか動画とかでめっちゃ見たよって方ね、いらっしゃったらね、解説のご応募お願いします。
Giving them time, care, and love they need to find just any home, but the right one. Taking forever. Hey, we're here raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Anything with VC would be right.
応募にはですね、一応応募フォームに書き込んだりしてもらう必要があるんですが、飛び入りの場合は Discord で解説したいよって呼びかけてもらえばすぐ反応しますので、よろしくお願いします。ではですね、司会の方がね、来てくださったので、これ交代しましょうか。おはようございます。
はい、はい、おはようございます。おはようございます。
いや、あと頼んでもよろしいですか？
はい、お手数をおかけして、はい、大丈夫でございま
はい。
す。
では、私の方はこれで失礼します。
はい、ありがとうございました。え、皆様おはようございます。では、司会進行私の方で、担当いたします、平良でございます。よろしくお願いいたします。えっと、メディーバル蘇ったガロメアの勇者の待機時間ですね。私はこのタイトル、あんまり存じてないので、皆さんと一緒に見ていけたらと思っております。
Alright, I hope you guys got some water, and I hope you guys got some snacks. But we will be going on with our next run shortly. But if you would like to help out with future events, we always accept volunteer applications before the events, like this one. They typically run alongside submissions that are announced in our Discord and on our Twitter. Keep an eye out if you're interested in running a production, tweeting the tweets, or maybe hosting live on the mic, like me. Even if you're just looking to volunteer for the first time, like me, we would be happy to help you get your foot in the door. You wouldn't believe this would be my first time on a hosting mic, but hey, things happen. While we're on the topic of talk about different events, we also have Complete-a-thon. Complete-a-thon is a charity event dedicated to completionist speedruns. This includes 100%, all collectibles, or even categories where you collect all of a specific collectible such as all red berries or all shines, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. I agree, it is a great event so far. It's so fun. I'm having so much fun watching all of these runs, getting to interact with everybody. It's a great time. Also, please, please, please make sure, if you would like to make a donation, make sure you are checking out our incentives to see if there's anything you want to put it towards. Like our next run, Medieval, we have our incentive open. Or if you have wanted to see what kind of staplers we can put onto the game, you got that one too. And then we also have our target of $2,500. You don't even have to put that anywhere. It just is there. And we could upgrade Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher sounds like an interesting game. I've seen maybe a few different runs of Slime Rancher. All I know is there's slime and a rancher and they're put together. That's all I know about the game. If you want to see some slime ranchering, get your donations in. You see that handy dandy little QR code displayed on the screen there? That can be scanned. Use phones for access, easy access to the donation link. If you don't want to have to click on the donate link, that code will take you right there. All right, y'all. It is time for Medieval Glitchless Run with NKR. Let's go, NKR. Take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a medieval
画面が
for
来
the
まし
PlayStation
た
1,
ね。
and we're going to be completing it without any glitches. It's going to be a great time. Make sure you get comfy. And time starts when we select a new game here. So go ahead and do a countdown.
Want me to do the countdown?
Yeah, go ahead.
I bet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, and we are going. So, to
はい。
introduce this game, this is a
Good luck
PlayStation 1
です。
classic game. Probably one of the greatest games of all time, but it's actually a bit of a niche game and not many guys actually do know about it. In this glitchless speedrun, it's going to be quite unique, because when you talk about speedrun in this game, most guys are talking about the 80% speedrun, where you're doing constant glitches, and it gets pretty crazy. But this one here completely flips it around, and we're not allowed to do any glitches. So this changes the game in some ways. It makes it a lot easier, actually, to get through this entire speedrun of this game. And some basic concepts we should understand before we begin here. If you look at the top of the screen in the middle, that is going to be my health bar. And you see the little green bottles above that's an extra health bar, so to speak. And we're not going to be getting very many of those, so we're going to be making do with what we can, trying to get through the game with the bare minimum equipment. Because of course that is the faster thing to do.
I really like the aesthetic. It is such a PS1 core game. It's very awesome.
Exactly, yes. It is very much like that. Yeah, we've been speedrunning this game for over a decade at this point. And we gotta say, it's a great time. I'm sure all the guys who are in chat right now can agree, this game is a great time, undeniably. Okay, so you see this right here. It says you have to kill more zombies before you can collect the chalice, right? This is the game basically teaching you that the best I can compare this to is, you know, when you get all the boxes in a Crash Bandicoot game and you get
プ
the
レ
gem.
イヤーの、プレイ
That's
ヤブルの
basically
キャラ
what
が
the
骸
chalice is.
骨な
But
の
for
は、
this game, what you're actually doing
これ
is
は
killing most of the
キャラクター
enemies
が
to get this chalice.
墓地から
Now,
復活した
what
そ
the
の
chalice actually does for you,
ガ
it
ロ
allows
メ
you
ア
to
王国
get
という
a new weapon.
冒険の舞
You're
台ですね
only
の
going to be getting one chalice
勇者
in this run.
の
And
方
it
だ
was
から
something
み
that
たい
we're
です
going to
ね。
be doing
もとも
right
とはなん
here,
か
very early
普
on,
通に
and
人
we're going to
間
be
的な
doing
感じだっ
the
たのかも
weapon
ですけど、
reveal from that.
まあ一回死んでてそれが復活したら、
That might be
まあ
kind
そ
of
れが
concerning if you're
骸骨
familiar with this
か
game, because yeah, we
という感じでなん
getting
で
only
す
one
かね。
weapon, what's he talking about? But we do have ways to get through this game, even
まあ
without
蘇っ
glitches,
た勇者だから
with the absolute bare
死んだ
minimum
後の
of
話
glitches,
なんですかね。
bare bones, if you will.
You have time for a quick donation?
I do, go ahead.
We have a donation from Neil in 1993 for $10.
Eh,
It reads, "Good luck to
ま
all
あウィ
runners,
キペディアさん
especially
のあら
those
すじ
who
を読むと、
had a great day, and we've
ガロ
raised
メア
some
王
good
国
money.
を
So
魔物を
well
率い
done
て
all. Well
王
done
国の
all.
支配を
Now
企
bring
むザロッ
on.
クという名の
Don't
妖術使いがいた。
want to mess that up.
王に仕えていた騎士ダニエル・ボーテクス
That's
は
correct.
Zerk,
二
thank
国
you,
軍を
thank you,
率
thank
い
you.
て
No
ザロック
weapons,
の魔物
just
と
sword,
戦い
no
勝利する
problem.
が、
Winky face.
まあ、深い
I
傷、
believe that's somebody
まあ、
from
そ
your
ういうのを
community.
追
I
い、
see them in the
何
chat.
年
That
目に
is
つき、
correct, yes, yes.
ガロメアの勇者と称えられるようになった。
So how are we doing for
そ
this
の
incentive
100年
to kill
後、
the final
ザロ
boss
ック
with
が
only
復
the
活し、
starting sword?
ガロメア王
exiting
国が
the
再び危機にあり、墓地から復活したダニエル・ボーテクスが再びガロメア王国を救うため立ち向かう。とい
We
う
are
感
at
じのお話らしい
$15
で
out
す。
of 100.
15 out of 100. It's a great start.
And you said it's about towards the end of the run that it'll close?
Yeah, pretty much, yes, yeah. It can be right as late as you want it to, you know. As long as we aren't fighting the final boss, I'm very prepared to change strategy at any moment with that guy.
Makes sense, makes sense. You heard it, y'all. Let's get it met.
Let's indeed do that. And yeah, for reference, the final boss, fighting with a sword, it's not something I recommend you do. It's not exactly a safe thing to do. But we're going to be showing enough today that yeah, you can do that. Okay, so here we have the Hall of Heroes. This is where we're going to collect our new weapon. Because you saw in that level we got the chalice, of course. So this weapon we're getting here is going to be the crossbow. And the reason why we're taking this is not because we can, like we're scared or something like that. We can get through the game perfectly fine without that. But what it does do for us, it allows us to speed up a couple of mandatory combat sections. So that's why we take it. Because we're trying to go fast, not because we can't get by without it. So here we have the Hilltop Mausoleum, probably one of the more iconic levels in this game. Especially the boss fight that's coming up. I'm sure every guy that's played this game, you've seen this boss. You will know what's going on here if you're very familiar with this game. And
Do
yeah,
you have time for another donation?
I do actually. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
It's actually from your commentary, buddy.
That's
At
interesting.
129.
Whoa.
It's for $25 with saying, Hi! Also get those incentives met.
Wow.
Agreed. Agreed.
Doing 2 jobs at once. Crazy.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, so there is a big skip for this level where you can clip through the gate in the start room and kind of cut past most of the level. But it's glitchless, so we can't do it. Our main character here, Sir Daniel Fortescue, is not too happy about that. He's used to doing all the glitches, he's used to kind of eating his way to victory. But now he's actually got to play the game legit, and he's actually got to engage in some combat with things that he's not used to doing, some dangerous enemies. So it's going to be an interesting one for you guys.
So I was looking up the game and I was wondering what version is the fastest for this run, or if there are different categories that have faster versions.
So the fastest version is, as is the case of most PS1 games, it's the NTSC version or the USA version, because you know how they run a little bit faster. It's like 30 frames per second instead of 25. But in terms of that, yeah, it's the classic PS1 version that we are playing on. That is the best version. Here's your classic stained glass demon boss that we referred to earlier. Everyone knows this boss. If you played this game, you will have got this far. You might not have made it to the end, but you've seen this guy. We're taking him out with a crossbow here, because that's a little bit faster than using the throwing daggers. And just like that, he's done. Now he's going to drop the skull key for us, which is what we're going to use.
なんかよくわかんないけど、一瞬で終わっていった。なぜ
And once we get past this next
よくわ
level,
からな
we're
かったけど、
kind
一瞬でしたね。
of out into the main part of the game, so to speak. We're going to unlock the dash ability, and that is going to let us move quite a bit faster. And that's when things start to really get interesting, you know, when we get past the tutorial, if you will say that. Because for the moment, yeah, all we can do is walk along pretty slow, admire the scenery, but things are about to get hectic right after this level. Here's the aforementioned skull gates. We're gonna open this. At the same time, I'm gonna switch to my club. That's gonna be my weapon I'm gonna use to take on the boss of this level. And we're gonna be getting there shortly. When you know where to go in this game, the levels don't really take that long. And, gotta say, I know where to go more than any guy. I must have played this more times than anyone in this universe. Jack could back me up on that one. Oops, we kind of clipped through that block right there. Don't know if that's a glitch or not. I don't know if that's allowed. Might be getting blacklisted from this event, Lance. But we'll let it slide. Nobody saw that.
I didn't see.
Yeah,
Nothing
no,
happened.
me never. Don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, what?
Exactly.
Didn't
You're
exist.
you're just fighting enemies right now.
Exactly, yeah. We beat the boss there, and we've unlocked the dash. Now we can dash around. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good fun. Tell you what I actually did do there. I did do something quite funny. Chat's gonna pick up on this. I did just skip. I did do a bit of a skip right there. So I went straight to the boss fights, and you're supposed to build a bridge by pushing these blocks and pushing them into the water and then jumping across them like it's a bridge you just made. I totally forgot to do it. I gotta say, I gotta be honest there, I forgot to do it. Technically we've done a skip there, but don't worry about it. Go fine. This is another place where we're using the crossbow to save a bit of time killing this enemy. We've got to kill him because we gotta get the room to open this door, to go in here, to get the other room, and then we can proceed. This game isn't really, like a lot of guys will say this is a hack and slash style game, but for me it's more like an RPG game. Combat's optional in some ways. There's a few places where it's mandatory, and this is one of them. So yeah, we have to kill this guy to open the doors and such. That's how this one goes. That didn't happen either, you didn't see that?
Nobody saw it.
No.
Nobody saw it.
There was a cool skip here, you can flip out of bounds and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Run around straight to the end of the level. But you guessed it, we don't do that in Glitchless. So we have to do the manual way, we have to navigate this obstacle course, you can see. It's a fun time though.
You got time for a quick update on the
I absolutely do, yes. Go ahead.
We're sitting here at $40 out of 100, so we only need $60 more to get that incentive met so we can see the final boss be beat with a sword
この手
only.
の
and
探
only
索
a
のゲームっ
sword.
て結構
Absolutely, absolutely. Keep it coming,
普
guys.
通に歩いたり走ったりするよりなんか飛んだり回避行動したりする方
So
が
we gotta
早
go
く移
for
動
this
できたり
tunnel here.
しますけど、
I don't
ゲー
actually have to
ム
pick up
は
my club.
そういう
I've already got a club.
感じでもないの
I
かな。
should
普通に
introduce you to the club here.
主
So
張
the
してる
club
気がしま
is
す
a
ね。
weapon that we picked up in Cemetery Hill. You can find it in a few other levels as well. It's not meant to be something that you use as your main weapon. It's like it's there to kind of introduce you to different weapons, like the concept of using something other than the sword. But it turns out it's actually really strong as a weapon, and this is kind of mitigated by the fact that it has a limit to how much you can use it before it breaks. And you can see that in the top left of the screen, like it's on 98% right now. And basically, because we're not getting any more chalices or chalice rewards, we're not getting any other new weapons, this club is like, it's all we're getting. So there's going to come a point in the run where I'm going to get to the point where I pick up my final club, and that will be it. I won't have anything to fall back on when that breaks. So I really do have to be careful once I get that club. That is going to be the one thing we can rely on to get through this game glitchless. Because yeah, you could skip all the combat and you could glitch past it all, but you certainly, absolutely cannot do that in glitchless. We've had a fun time learning how to do this run glitchless. It wasn't really an established category before. Throughout that course, yeah, I have challenged myself to make this a real thing. And it is a great time. Alright, there's that level done. This level's a bit of a weird one, this one coming up here. This is Pumpkin Serpents. And it's basically one room and you've got to hit all 8 pods to kind of activate the boss. And then you can fight the boss, and then we're going to collect a special item called a dragon gem. There's actually going to be 2 of these dragon gems, and the first one we're picking up is in this level. The dragon gems are going to allow us to get the dragon armor. And we'll explain a little bit about that when we get the second dragon gem. So that's coming as something to look forward to, lads. Here's the boss. Luckily we can simply deal with this guy by jumping and attacking with the club. It's that easy. You didn't see that either.
It's just that easy.
It really is, yeah. One problem, it did break my club quite a bit, you know, it's got like 40% left. In the next level, we're picking up our final club. That's it. After that, we're not getting another one. And we have to make it through the rest of the game with that one club. Gonna be tough. there it is. There's the Dragon Gem. So we're 1 out of 2 on the Dragon Gems right now. And now we've gone down this dead end. We go down this other dead end. We've got 3 levels to complete down this dead end to get this second Dragon Gem. And you might be wondering why we get in the Dragon Gems. The answer is, if you don't use glitches, it's actually required to beat the game. You have to get these Dragon Gems to get the Dragon Armor. It's an essential weapon to beat this game. Here we are in Sleeping Village, of course, because we can't do glitches, we can't do any skips here, so we actually have to do some regular gameplay. Our main character here is not really used to that. He does like a bit of glitching. Alright, here it is. This is the club. We've now got 100% on this club. That's it. This one breaks, it's over. Got a nice cutscene here. And this level actually does require us to do a little bit of puzzle solving, so to speak. We gotta go in all the different houses and basically make a crucifix to put in the church, which lets us get the safe key, which lets us go into the safe in the mayor's house, and we're gonna get a key item that's completely essential. Without that, we can't actually progress in the game, so that's why we're doing all this. Exciting times, I know.
Very exciting. We're still sitting here at $40 out of 100. If you want to see just a sword beat the final boss, get those donations in.
Yep.
Do it, Twitch chat. I believe in y'all.
I believe in Twitch chat.
I certainly do as well. I'm sure you guys are gonna turn out for that one. If you want to see me beat the very final boss of this game with nothing but the sword you get in the first level, make sure you get those donations in.
I definitely want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see this. How hard is the final boss? In terms of like both regular and...
It's kind of luck based. That's the thing. So if you know what weapons to use against him, then he's pretty easy. If you know like the club's really good, the dragon armor's really good, then he's easy.
Yeah.
But if you say try and kill him with the short sword, yeah, you might have a bit of a hard time.
Okay.
Because yeah, one key thing is he does a lot of damage. I mean, all these enemies throughout this game do a lot of damage. And we aren't going out of our way to pick up extra health or anything like that. So that's where the challenge comes from. Like, trying to go fast in Glitchless isn't a matter of can you hit this skip and then that skip and then that skip back to back. It's all about how much health do you want to take? Do you want to try to get away with less? That kind of thing. So it's a really strange experience. So we got some riddles to solve here in this level. This is actually the longest level in the game. About 5 minutes long. And yeah, there is actually a skip to this level. But you guessed it, there's a reason why we can't do that.
Is it because it's a glitch?
It might be. There's a possibility.
we wouldn't want that here.
No, not in our no glitches allowed.
Not the time and place, is it?
It's in the rules.
Alright, we got this riddle right here.
I love riddles.
Great. This is the level for riddles. Luckily, I know all the solutions beforehand. One thing we should introduce to you see the shield I just picked up. You see how it says 250 in the top left. The shield is pretty much the same as your HP, if that makes sense. So I basically picked up 250 extra HP. Anytime that shield takes a hit while I'm like holding the shield up by pressing triangle or dashing into something, it's basically tanking a hit for me. Instead of losing HP, I'm losing shield. So, pretty useful thing for us, considering we are not gonna have much HP. I mean, you see how much we got right now. Normally by this point in the game, you would have way more HP than this. And you'd have a lot better weapons too. So now we got to escort this mouse. And we got a bit of a situation here. We've got to escort the mouse through and avoid these giant rats. If they catch the mouse, then I have to start the puzzle again. So it's a bit of a tricky one. That didn't go as planned, but we managed to bring it back.
We're so back.
We are absolutely back. And the reason why we're gagging this mouse, so we got to go take it to this elephant. The elephant gets scared of the mouse, breaks the wall, lets us go to the next area. But we're not going to the next area yet because we actually have to talk to the riddle guy. We can't talk to him until he's done talking, so he waits. Also, you can see right now I have the short sword equipped. This is the weapon I got in the very first level. And this is the weapon we're pledging that, yes, I'm telling you, I can't beat the final boss with nothing but this weapon.
There it is.
Which means get your donations in. Get them in.
Absolutely.
Let's go. We got this. We can make $60 happen. I believe in chat. I believe.
I also believe. We can so do this.
Yep. We've got to do it. We've got to show it off. Otherwise, the final boss is gonna be easy. This run's gonna be too easy for me, you know. We got to get some challenge.
We gotta up the difficulty. We gotta put it up there.
It took me ages to come up with that darkness one. Very well.
Okay, that was the last riddle solved. Now we're heading back to the riddle giver.
Return at once and I shall give you
Into him one last time. He's going to open the door to the exit. And the exit's actually got one more riddle for us. So it's a little bit of a scam right there. There is a fifth riddle. We've got to play a game of chess here. And I don't know how to play chess. But luckily it's not your traditional chess. It's actually a game of move the pieces onto the corresponding colored square. I can do that game. That's easy for me. Of course, they only move in certain directions, kind of like the rules of chess, something like that. These guys are a bit random. They will, when you get here, they are kind of random. You don't know where they're going to be. But it's pretty insignificant in terms of the overall run. And we're done. The exit was actually hiding underneath the chessboard. Okay, and this is going to be a very memorable level if you've played this game before. You know this one. This level is nothing but combat. There's no way to progress without killing tons and tons of enemies. We have room after room of very deadly enemies. If we think about my HP bar, it's only got 300 on it. Each time one of these guys touches you, that's 50 gone. So we're saying I can take 6 hits and then I lose my health bar. Of course I do have like one backup health bar, but yeah, you see what we're saying here. So we gotta be careful.
The stakes are high.
They certainly are. There you go, we took our first hit there, you get a bit of an idea there. Luckily this level... I do have this, absolutely. Luckily we do get some healing in this level, so it's gonna come just in time, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna be about to die and then we'll get to the part where we get the healing, so it's all fine. And yeah, you certainly aren't meant to be tackling this with the starting sword. Certainly not. Especially, not only is it like all we've already got, because we don't want to waste our club durability on, well, these guys, it would break. But it's also like the best weapon you could be using. We do like the short sword. This room can get a bit hectic. There's some healing for us, actually. You see our health in the top. Not too bad. We are going to have to face off against a bunch of headless zombies that are going to spawn. And they are very fast. And our best bet here is to use the club. You know, the one we're trying to save percentage on? So we've got to be careful here. What we're actually doing is jumping before we attack. And that means the club doesn't hit the enemy and then the ground. Instead it only hits the enemy, and the way it works is like... That means it uses 1% instead of 2% because it's only hitting one thing at a time, if that makes sense to you. Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Oh dear.
Interesting how they, like, designed it that way. Just like, it takes 2, like, durability points when you're like, normally swinging one.
Exactly, yes, yes. So as long as you jump, it doesn't touch the ground. And the funny cool thing is also that when you jump, basically when you jump attack is kind of like a critical hit or a headshot, so it does more damage as well. So that's like 4 times as good as the basic club. It's pretty crazy. That's one of the reasons why it's so good. Alright, you saw me visit the shop right there. I've been collecting gold throughout the run. And the reason why we did this is so we can get some... We can buy some ammo for the crossbow that we were using earlier. We've maxed out our ammo on it, and we're going to be using this for the boss in the next level. The boss in the next level is best dealt with ranged weapons. And that's why we got that. This is the last room of the asylum. It's also the best part of the song of this level. This game does have a great soundtrack. One of the greatest. Oh, this guy didn't die. There's a zombie after all. Right, there we go. We made it through the asylum. Let's take this room, but not the chalice. Because we did kill all the enemies, we could take the chalice, so we could get the reward from it, but we're not gonna do that. We don't have time for that. We're speedrunning. You know how it is.
We're here to speedrun.
We certainly are. Okay, now we've got the second dragon gem. Now we're gonna head back to the north side of the map. And this is gonna be the way we're going from now on. I'm not gonna do something a bit cowardly here. I'm gonna save the game. This means that if I do actually game over, we've got somewhere to return back to. I can load up the save and carry on. Because yeah, we're starting to get into some serious levels. Everything up to this point has been pretty easy. But now we're starting to get into some of the crazier stuff. So again, there is a skip for this level. You know how that works, we can't do skips, so we gotta do this level normally, which means, yeah, we gotta fight the boss. And it's gonna take a little while to get there. We got a bit of an adventure to do first.
So we have that incentive still open. How much longer do you think it is until we get to that final boss? Like in like estimate wise.
I'd say we're gonna be there in around 30 minutes, absolutely. We will be fighting the final boss in 30 minutes, I'd say.
Cool.
That's your time limit,
30
guys.
minutes. We got 30 minutes.
30
make this
whole
incentive.
minutes.
$60. $60. We
That's
can do
right.
it.
40
We
out of
totally
100.
can do it.
Yes, I know we can do it. 40 out of 100 if you want to see me do the final boss with only the starting sword. But the donations in.
Yeah.
Alright, we do have a bit of warning here. In a sec, there's going to be some flashing lights. And personally, I don't look at them because it's kind of dodgy. We don't like looking at them. That is coming up any second now, so you have been given a warning. Do what Dan does, look away from the flashing lights. That's my advice to you.
Ooh. I just see in chat somebody called for a $6 train.
Ooh.
A $6 train? Give me your best riddle on the
That's a good
$6
one.
train. Buy your tickets. Since I love riddles, give me your best riddle.
Maybe even Tabby has to solve them. That would be cool.
Oh no.
Sounds like a
Using my
good time.
brain? Oh no. This train? When's it gonna leave? It can leave the station anytime. Choo-choo. But the train will stop when we get to the final boss or we meet the incentive. Or better yet, if we keep the train going, we could push it more towards the Slime Rancher target. Thank you, brain. We can put it towards that. Because I want to see more Slime Rancher. I want to see slimes and be ranched. I want to see it.
Yeah, we do.
Alright, this is the boss we're dealing with the crossbow. These guys are pretty crazy. The
割
reason
と
why we keep
この
jumping
ゲー
is
ム
not because it looks silly or something like that. It's not because it's funny. It's because
割に点滅がしたり、
we'll slide
そもそも
if we keep jumping,
移動
we
速
can't
度が
stay in place.
そ
So
んな
that's the
に
strategy for this one.
遅くないのもあって、カメラが結構
Love a
ぐ
little.
るぐる動いたりすることも多いので、
Yeah.
ちょっと苦手な方もいるかも。まあ、長時間のイベントですし、ご自分のお体を大事にして見ていただける
So this
と
one.
幸いでございます。
And we're done. If you do fall off, I should probably explain. If you fall off an edge, you will lose everything in your current health bar. So you really don't want to fall off edges. I can only afford to fall off an edge 3 times right now, for example. And then it's game over. And the very next level, the one that we've got coming up right now, is infamous for being the level where you fall off the edge. So here we go. This is Pulls of the Ancient Dead. One of the hardest levels in the game, no matter what you're doing. Like, if you're doing a speedrun, it's still pretty hard. It's known for having some crazy skips. But we can't do those, so we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Our mission here is to collect all of the 8 gold helmets around the level. Right there, we shot that chest. This is going to release a dragon. He's going to follow us around. And he's actually a good guy. He's going to help us, and he's going to kill some of the enemies for us. Because when we get down, also here, right here, you see this? That's a life bottle. Now you've got an extra one at the top of the screen. You see that? That's the last bottle we're getting, so that's as much as we're going to have. We are at max health right now. There's the dragon coming down. He's going to kill these enemies for us. Because, yeah, we're not equipped to deal with them. And he's also saving us our club percentage, so he definitely is assisting us here. He can't kill these guys, though. We have to kill them ourselves. So we're dashing these off the edge. It's the only way to kill him. Alright. And then the door opens and lets us leave. We're gonna pick up the final 8th helmet here. And now we gotta take these back to the boatman who's at the start of the level. We didn't fall in, that's pretty nice. You can fall in a lot of times here and straight up game over. Don't ask me how I know. Alright.
Oh, I do have a donation. Do you have time for it?
We certainly do, yeah. Go ahead.
It is from Satan herself.
Oh no.
For $6, starting our $6 choo-choo train. Here's a riddle. What goes up and down but does not move?
My bad. My phone fell.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that one.
I don't know.
Making my brain work. Gotta get the train rolling correct, Satan. I'm trying to figure this out.
I don't think I'll ever figure that one out.
Someone said the tide. Could be the tide, because I mean, technically, it goes up and down, but technically, does it move? Ooh. Should we get the answer, or... Oh, someone said the sun. Keep confusing the on my crew chat. Correct. The sun? NKR splits? Oh no.
That's actually true. That's very true.
Any other ideas?
Oh,
Before Satan reveals?
Yeah, I've got no clue on that riddle. I might know all the riddles in this game, but any other riddle, I can't do those ones.
Well, Satan, what's the answer to the riddle?
We would like to know. It's gonna be obvious when we hear it. A staircase.
A staircase.
Yeah. You know,
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh. That is. That's an amazing one.
That's good. That was good.
I didn't even think about that, because yeah, you go up and down a staircase and it doesn't move.
Well, you hope it doesn't move at least.
It'd be kind of scary if it did.
This is not Mario 64.
We're not doing backwards long jumps up in here.
That's not allowed.
Wrong game.
Yeah, that's not allowed to do. No need to forwards jumps.
More riddles. More riddles. More riddles.
More riddles. Yes.
Stump all of us. Do it.
Yeah, how about it, lads? How about some more riddles? How about some more donations?
Yes.
We want to see me beat
Confuse
upon
all
the
of us.
boss, don't we? With this sword. You know, like the weakest weapon in the game. We gotta see it.
Yeah.
Alright, we got through the lake right there. You know how we said Paul's was the infamous level where you always fall off the edge? The lake is like the sequel to it. And this room right here is kinda... this first room of this level is carrying on the tradition. It was a bit wobbly. Gotta watch out now. We're fine, we're fine.
Oh, we have 2 more donations on the $6 train.
Ooh.
We got one from, again, from Neil1993 for $6. Come on, chat. Let's give him a challenge. Let's give the challenge of trying to beat the final boss with a sword, the beginning sword. We can do it. And then we have a $6 donation from Postman Dan. No riddle, but down for invoking Satan. Oh. Satan demands more riddles, more riddles, more riddles. Give me riddles. Stump me.
Alright, so we just defeated the dragon there, and we had to summon him with those 2 dragon gems we picked up. Now we've got the dragon armor. Now look at me. Very cool, right? I can actually breathe fire now. Look at this. And the reason why we're getting this is because it's actually an essential item, so to speak, for this very next level. If you don't have the dragon armor, you can't beat this next level. Unless you do glitches. But you know the rules. You know how that one goes.
Not allowed.
Can't break the rules.
No glitches allowed, or something like that, yeah. I believe that's what it's called.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Chat, we're at $52 out of 100. We're a little over halfway there. We can do it.
There it is. There's the Dragonfire Gates. We pass through that with the Dragon Armor. You could also pass through it with some crazy frame-perfect inputs. All kinds of nonsense. But the Dragon Armor's like the intended way. Safe way. We're gonna take the shield here. I best remember that this is important. We want to hold on to this shield, this 250 shield, and not take any hits. Because we do have something coming up very soon. And this is something that we've been building up to the whole run. It's going to be the hardest level in this Glitchless speedrun. And that level is coming up right after this one. Why is it hard? Because we have to take our unequipped, low HP self into a level that demands us fight constant enemies that do way too much damage. And you know, our best weapon's that club, and last time I checked, we're on like 50% left, so it's gonna be a fun time.
We are about 50% left.
Alright, nice, we got all these guys. We have to wait for them to eat here, so the bridge will come down. This is how technology works back in these days. And we're going up these stairs here, we gotta get this red room. Okay, actually we do have to go down here and hit this button, I remember this. I know how to do this, don't worry about it. And we're trying to not take hits on that shield, that's very important. How's we doing for health? I'm full health, it's all fine. It's all good, we're all green here. Everything's green apart from the splits, but we don't talk about that. Alright, we're about to pick up the iconic crown right here. If you can pick this crown up and make it to the end of the game, you probably have a world record in your hands. And then we give it to this guy, so no world record with this one, but hopefully we can still make it to the end.
Of course.
So I see that there are 2 other medieval games. What are your opinions on them? Or if you like speedrun the other ones?
Sure, yeah, so there is this game, there's Medieval 2, and then this game has actually received 2 different remakes. Medieval 2, it's alright. It's actually quite a unique speedrun. It's very, very different from this game, but it's quite a good one. And as for the remakes, well, we're going to be seeing more of that later this year. For me, I'm going to start actually speedrunning them for the first time. My personal goal for this year is to get the world record in every category, in every medieval game. That's what we're doing this year. I'm already making some great progress, you know. Already got like half of them.
Nice.
That's amazing.
There is.
Yeah, this definitely seems like a very fun speedrun.
Undoubtedly,
I
yeah.
love watching it.
I'm glad you do. Alright, we're now doing a cowardly save right here, because this is it. This is what we've been building up to. This has been when we were going for the world record in this glitchless category. This was the one thing in our way, and you're about to see how much of a gauntlet this level is.
Good luck.
Thank you. So we have to get through all of that. We have to do platforming, we have to kill enemies, we have to hit crazy jumps, we have to somehow manage not to die and lose all the health. And then fight a boss fight at the end as well. So here we go.
You got this.
Of course I do.
そうですね。結構、このメディーバル
Alright,
は
so
海外のイベントだ
still
と
have that
たびた
350
び
shield intact.
見
Let's
か
go.
ける
We want to keep that
タイトル
intact.
かな
That's
と
going to help
思い
us
ますが、
back us up with some more HP.
日本
Right,
だ
there we
と
go. This is where we get down to the
あ
real
ん
combat here.
まり見たことのある記憶がないかな。
We progress in this level.
リメイクとかも
And
プレ
what
ス
you
テ
want
4
to
か
do
な
is
出ているので、
loses
サ
little
ポー
health
トを思うとそん
possible
な
and
に
also
ハードルが
lose
高い
too much
作品
clock.
というわけでも
Also check this
ない
jump
で
out.
すけれども、まあ、海外の方は
It's not marathon safe,
多
but
分
here we are.
人気もあるし、
We
奏
love
者
these
の
tiny
数も
jumps.
多いしという感じなのかな。
Alright, this is getting towards the end here of this level. Love is running low, you can see that. 10% left before it breaks. Oh, it looks like we're gonna have to pull out the short sword here. We couldn't quite make it last till this guy. You can see my HP is vanishing, because we're not supposed to be here with this weaponry. Not at all. We're losing big HP. Massive HP. We basically went from full to nothing. Gonna wait for a sec here while the boss is walking about, so we can manipulate how he behaves. And there we go for this guy. We have to hit him with the cannonballs. He's supposed to time them, probably. I don't know how to time them. I spam them like this, and I pray. That's all I can do.
Chat, we don't have much time. We gotta get those donations in. Remember, send me riddles, send me whatever. $6 train. Buy a ticket if you want to be able to see the boss be beat with just a sword. And also, it just goes towards our target of, Slime Rancher as well. So, just so you're all aware. They all know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep them coming, guys, with those donations. We are coming up to the final boss. Like, this is the level before the final level. So, we really are getting close.
Which means, big push, let's go!
We gotta do it. Also, yeah, we barely got through Ghost Ship there. That was incredibly close. We're actually gonna stand here and heal up. Because the next level is the time device. And this final level is... no matter what happens, you come into this level with full HP, you are always going to be about to die. It's always the case, no matter what. No matter what category you're playing, no matter the day, no matter how good you are, you are always barely getting through this one. So I'm going to save the game again. Before we head into this final level here. And then once we've beaten this final level, we will be going into what you could call the real final level, but it's basically all boss fights. There we go then. Also, guys, you know the routine. Guys in chat, you know how this goes. Please back me up here. We do have to read a clock to solve this puzzle here. And it's not one of my strongest points here. We have to read the clock and then input the time that it says on the master clock, so to speak. So I'm eagerly waiting your confirmation of what the clock said, guys. Here it is then, what's it gonna be? Oh, that's like 10 or something like that. Okay, that's good, because I have to go all the way around. So someone's got to back me up here. What was the time? Anyone know? It was like 10:10 or 10:15.
10.
10:10.
Probably 10. Yeah.
Wow. Genius.
Just like this run. 10.
10 out of 10? Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
10 out of 10.
Of course it's 10 out of 10, yeah, of course. The clock knows.
It definitely knows.
Keep an eye on the HP bars. You might have 2 right now, but it's not going to be like that forever. It's a pretty intense level. But we're doing it, we're making it happen. Alright, now we get to ride a train. We gotta go visit the 2 islands and do stuff.
A train, you say?
Train.
Just like our $6 donation train that we want to, be able to get this incentive met.
Exactly like
I
that
just
one.
want to remind you guys, it's coming up. We gotta get going. We gotta get this going. I know you can, chat. We can do it. I believe.
We've got to do it, lads. Because it really is coming up. That's no kidding. We are on the final level. We're about halfway through final level. We will be fighting the final boss pretty soon. You want to see me do that with only the sword? As painful as that's going to be, if you want to see that, make sure you get those donations in for that incentive. Alright, we're gonna very carefully navigate the edge here. Go around these guys without taking hits. Because one thing you understand here is, before we go to the final boss, we have to have a certain amount of HP. Someone in chat, quickly back me up. How much HP do I have to have? It's 2 and a bit bottles, right? That is the correct amount, right? Because it changes depending on the category, you know? Some categories we straight up skip it. We're gonna stand here and heal on the fountain to get that HP back. We're looking to get this bottle filled, this is the one that's filling right now, and then a little bit more. Hopefully we can get that with this one.
Oh, we have a
Perfect.
$10 donation.
Very nice.
We have a $10 donation from Anonymous. $10 for a 1010. Correct.
Thank you, Anonymous.
That puts us at $62. Come on, chat!
We're so
I know we
close.
can! Let's go!
Come on, guys. We gotta keep the train going. You know, this train is riding to the final boss right now. If you want to see me beat that final boss with the short sword, you really have to come in. We're almost there for that incentive.
We can do it! We can do it!
Only 38 left according to chat.
Thank you, Satan. I can't do math either. Just like I can't figure out riddles. I like riddles. Oh, we got another one!
You got another riddle?
Well, we have a $6 donation, so a ticket for the train is from Starwind. Donation train, 1 ticket, please. $6. Your ticket has been punched. We can do it.
Place the chalice on the shield at the heart of the
I believe in chat, just like they believe in me. And we all believe. We all believe.
I certainly believe we're gonna have to believe here because I haven't saved the game. I thought it's over. But we're gonna have to put faith in this one here. Faith in both the
We all
incentive, because that would make it even harder for me.
We all believe in KR. We all believe.
Alright, so right here we have the antagonist of the game. We meet him right there. We met him like in one of the first levels, but here he is again. This is the only other time you see him. This final boss level has 3 different stages to it. Here's the first stage. It's going to be my soldiers against the enemy soldiers. And all I can do here is use my own HP to heal up my team, so to speak. So I'm carrying the whole team here.
Oh, we have another donation from our comms buddy at 129. Come on, Twitch chat. We can do it. If they bought 2 tickets to the $6 train for $12.
Yeah.
We got
Come
this,
on.
chat. We can do it.
We can so do it. Just 20 more left.
20 more.
We got it. We got it. We got it. Let's go.
We gotta do it.
We can do it, chat. I know we can.
One thing I'm doing here is abusing my invincibility while it's using the life bottle. That's pretty much the only reason I can do this with the health I have right now. You're not supposed to have this low health coming here. Oh, that guy's dead. That's bad. I think we're good though. Feel that we're good. Alright, this is my last stretch right here. This is my last bit of HP. Now we have to retreat to the fountain and hope they don't die. And they're on their own for the moment right now. I can't believe I just done that. Anyone fancy soon doing Ghost Ship again? Anyone?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I've actually done this on record pace before as well. More than once.
We did it! We raised it! We did it!
Oh, we
Thank
reached
you,
it.
Twitch chat.
Anonymous! No world records here for the comment, and it's for $20, which means we've made the incentive!
There we
Yes,
go.
Twitch chat! Way
Let's
to go! And we made it to 2,200!
Very
Yes,
nice.
Twitch chat!
So,
Yeah!
Coming
I knew
in
you could do it,
clutch.
Twitch chat.
Oh. World record denied. No, Satan.
Well, back in the world of medieval here, Dan has died, but he's been resurrected and given him one more chance. Just one more chance. Redeem himself. We actually died in the final boss. As funny as that is, it can happen. It didn't have to happen, but that was my carelessness. So we gotta have some fun gaming here again. If you want to see the trains again, well, you're in luck.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
I mean, we're still technically on a choo-choo train to get to 2,500 for Slime Rancher. I mean...
Guys, it was 2:55, right? That was the time. It best have been. Oh no, see, I can't read if look unaided. But I have chat backing me up. That is 2:55. What did I put? Ah, no, it's 1:55. Oxton in the chat's got us. Okay, it's 1:55. Don't worry about that. Only means I have to go around the whole of the clock one more time, but it's fine. Yeah, one actual good thing, we didn't have to do Ghost Ship again. Because I did that cowardly safety save. And that came in clutch, because that's the only reason why we're here right now. And good job everyone on reaching the incentive. You saw me die right there, you might be seeing me die again when we get to that final boss, but I'm gonna have to pull through for you guys and defeat that final boss with nothing but the short sword. It's gonna be a great time.
You got this. No doubt in my mind, you got this.
Yep. And if I don't, I'll just reload the save.
Always gotta have a backup.
Always gonna have one. Chad says this run was pretty clean. I gotta agree, it was. The only thing I actually did wrong, so to speak, you know, back in Return to the Graveyard, I didn't push those blocks, I didn't make that bridge. That kind of forfeited this run's right to be full glitchless. That saved me about a minute. But like right now, if I take a look at the splits here, Time Device, when we originally finished Time Device for the first time, we were on a +1 minutes. So that tells me, well, like, at that point we were 2 minutes behind world record, which is not too bad, because this crazy category right here is pretty volatile. Anything can happen, including death. Alright, there we go. Both levers have been hit. We can get to the exit now, so now we're going to take the train back. First, we're going to stop off in the fountain.
More trains!
Yep, exactly 3 more trains remaining before the end of the run. But anyway, I'm going to be really safe here. You wouldn't catch me doing this normally, but let's go up to full health here so we don't end up in that situation again. How about it? We got some cool train emotes in the chat. That train emote is in fact the very train I'm riding. I personally cropped that one out of a screenshot and made it look nice. You're welcome.
I just love how it bounces. It's cute. You have so many people from your community here supporting you. It's amazing.
Absolutely, everyone's turned up. How we doing in chat, guys? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna save game. Tell you what, let's save the game. Hope you all were having a good night.
I most definitely am. This was a hype fun run. We got that incentive met. That was awesome.
Came in clutch right at the end as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
We never thought you'd get this far. Your final encounter with Zarok awaits beyond this point.
Zarok's gonna be a little confused because he's gonna think, hey, didn't we just kill this guy? But no, I'm back from the dead. Yeah, I'm sure Zarok's pretty used to this routine. He's seen Dan a lot of times. I like to joke that Dan's kind of stuck in a time loop. Whenever he beats Zarok and he goes back to sleep, he wakes up and it's another day and he's got to do it all again. He's got to try and get the world record one more time. This time we're going to do it. This time we're not going to die. That's my promise to you. We've got some backup HP for this one. Got a little more than we had last time, and I'm also going to be really careful. Like, last time, the reason why we did die is because we overhealed them. I kind of used my last HP to heal them up, and then of course that killed me. But that's because I had doubts that we were going to win the fight or not. But this time we should be fine. We got more HP this time. One great thing you're going to see after this fight is that we do actually get to heal up after this. So, even though we use like all our HP on this boss, this first part of the boss 1 and 3, so to speak, we are going to get the HP back. It's not going to be too crazy. Looking good, looking like we're winning. Yeah, see, right now that would have been it for my HP if I hadn't taken the extra bit. And they would have been on their own. You can't trust these guys. You leave them alone for 1 second and they are all immediately dying. This is like one of the most RNG parts of the run. Hoping these guys follow through and back you up. Because I can't fight the enemies. They gotta do it for me. And we're done. We win. Alright, we're gonna heal up here while we're waiting for them to transform into energy vials, and yeah, there's gonna be lots of healing sitting around. I'm gonna need that, I really am. Because we're gonna be taking on that final boss with nothing more than the short sword. It's going to be crazy.
Excited.
That chat paid for. Chat, you really came to help us out, and we're gonna get to see just a sword and beating the final boss.
Exactly.
All for the best place we could raise money for, the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. For the doggos.
You can see this guy right here is kind of a dog. Maybe not quite a friendly one. We might have to pet this guy. What are we gonna do it with? We'll use the dragon armor. This is gonna be a weapon of choice here. This dragon armor is very good. It is what we would be using to defeat this guy and the final boss. But yeah, as you know, something's changed for that. Here it is, a short sword and the silver shield. 2 on the silver shield, in fact. Yeah, should I go get another one? Should I go pick up the extra silver shield? See, the joke is that
そうですね。こ ち
down
ら
on the box
の
art,
タイトル
the
は
main character, he's actually
北米
holding
とか
the sword
の
and
方
silver
では
shield.
人気があるよう
So if
で
we can go kit it out like that, he's definitely authentic to the
で
cover art of the
なんか
game.
続編とかは、ありますけれども、日本だと
There
発
it
売さ
is
れて
then.
なくて、北米と
This
ヨー
is
ロ
the
ッパの
final
方
boss.
だ
This
け
is Zarek himself,
出てる
transformed into some
みたい
kind
な
of
のがあ
monster.
ったりするようで、
And we're gonna have to fight him with this tiny sword.
Mm.
It'll be a great
イベ
time.
ントがどこでやってるかにもよりますけれど、
Thank you.
結構
Yeah, you see
ストリー
his
ムで見る
event
機
videos
会
to
を
me.
両方のタイトルけど、
So we can't attack
日
this
本
guy
で
when
知っ
he's
てる
glowing blue.
人はそんなにいないみたいな感じ
And he
ですね。
randomly stops glowing blue.
そうだ
That's
から
about it. Like that's the mechanic here. You have to
う
run
ん
away from him.
攻略
lose
情報
HP.
とか探そうとしてもちょっと大変
Hope he goes vulnerable.
なのかなと思います。
And we're taking him on here. We're being as careful as we can. Because there's a bit of healing around here. There's some healing. You take too many hits from this guy and it's over. So yeah, that's some crazy damage. You definitely are not meant to be fighting this guy with a short sword. At this point, we would have like 10 life bubbles, something crazy. We'd have 20 different weapons to pick from. But right here, we don't have anything. This is what you asked for, guys. I'm delivering. Showing you can do it. It can be done. Barely holding on here. He's not even half HP yet. What we do to make him go vulnerable is we stand next to him and then we kind of hope that he does. We want to be careful when we stand next to him, you know, not to get too close because then we'll be taking damage. And we're hitting around half HP. I just remembered about his second phase. Anyone in chat remember the second phase? I certainly didn't. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. I'm gonna go pick up the shield. Wait, I already picked it up. It's already gone. I already used it. Oops. Well then. With 250 HP down, we don't have that shield. I don't remember picking that up. Yes, I did. Alright. So he's going to keep doing this attack here. What we can do here is run away. If that lightning touches us, it will set us on fire. We don't really want to be on fire right now. he can do some crazy stuff. He does try to juke you out. You can keep running away from him, but he will try and flank you. He absolutely does do that. Alright, we're getting some good hits in. Very dangerous right now. I think we're completely out of healing. As in, this HP I've got right now, that's it. Maybe there's a little bit here I can get. A little bit. But that's it. So we're gonna have to clutch it up for you guys. I'm on fire right now. I can negate that damage if I stand in here. You are invincible while you're in the fountain, but of course the fountain doesn't last forever. You gotta watch out for that one. Oh. Alright. That's looking like 1 quarter HP to me. We're almost there. Oh. This is pretty much my last health bar. Pretty much. You can see I got a little bit in the other one, like if I lose this 200, it's gonna say use life bubble and like 1 hit from death. That's where we're at right now.
HP ゲージの上にあるボトルが、残機みたいな
Gotta be really careful not
役
to
割を果たしてい
get
たんで
too
すね。
close to him. That was
So-
very close right there.
あれを入手するときなんか画面全体に表示が出てきて
He's doing some
邪魔じゃ
crazy
ないか
stuff.
なと思ってましたけど、まあ、大事なやつならじゃないか。
Oh. I'm on fire, just getting the fountain. Oh. We're in a bad spot right here. No kidding. We are in a bad spot. I'm 2 hits from death. We gotta clutch this one up. I don't know, we can do this. Couple more hits to go. There's a little bit of fountain yet. Yeah, there's a bit of fountain left for us. A little bit. Come on. Come on, Zarek. Can we clutch it up? He's so close. $114. Oof, this reminds me of when I did the damage list run. Believe it or not, I beat this entire game without taking a hit. And that was a day. That was a time. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing right now. We gotta beat this guy without taking 2 more hits. That's 1 hit of being damageless. He's almost there. A couple more sword swings will do it. Almost there. Ooh, that's a good hit. Oh, no, that was a bait. That was a bait. All the hellfire is gone, lads. He's like 2 hits away. Guess who else is 2 hits away? What's he doing? What's he doing? He's doing the weird slider thing. He goes really fast. He's unpredictable. Come on. And there it is. GG. Whew.
GG.
GG!
I am finally
あ、今のがラスボス戦だったのかな。
That was
GG
so
とのことで
clutch. That I was
S-
on the edge of my seat.
タイマーは
My heart was
まだ先で
racing.
止まるのか気がする
Same.
か
It's like we could do this. We paid for this.
No kidding, no kidding. That was incredibly close.
By the way, is that time?
That is time, yes. We defeated the antagonist.
Alright.
Dan's gonna make his escape. And he has saved
終わった。ちょうどムービーの演出で敵がぺしゃんこになったところで
That,
終わりました
that was
ね。
phenomenal.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I do hope you guys
品番
enjoyed.
もろともに
Hope you guys
失敗している。
Thank you for all the donations. Thanks for all these supports. Obviously, this Glitchless run is a pretty crazy run. I'm sure you can appreciate that now that you've seen it. And pulling out that sword there to fight the final boss. That was a close one. That couldn't have been
That was
closer.
a big push. That was a big push. We did it.
Yeah.
We did indeed do
Thank
it.
you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Where could we find you, NKR?
So we are doing streams of medieval speedruns almost daily. If you want to go check out my Twitch channel, we are doing those a lot. We're currently going for all of the world records in every medieval game. It's a great time if you want to drop by. But for now, make sure you get ready for the next run coming up, which is in fact
Heck yeah.
Hell of an Office by, I want to say, King 044. There is another letter in there, but I'm not gonna say the wrong letter. I have to zoom in to read that, you know. So we won't do that.
King J.O.
King
J.O.
yeah,
there
King
we go.
J.O.
Yes.
I hope he has a good one.
Do we get to see the staplers?
It's a very good run.
はい。メディーバル、蘇ったガロメアの勇者でした。それでは、次のタイトルの準備に移りますので、しばらくお待ちください。
Cat, that was insane! We came in clutch! Thank you guys so much for meeting that incentive. That had me on the edge of my seat. I don't know about y'all, that had me on the edge of my seat. But I know we had fun today. I got to do 2 whole shifts.